What is going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about how I added the Kifaru Newplex Backpack Straps to my Lone Wolf Custom Gear 0.5 tree stand. Now in this video, I'm going to go through the installation process. I'm also going to tell you exactly what you need to order. I'll tell you about the overall cost associated with this modification. And then at the end of this video, I'll just give you guys my overall opinion. Now, the first thing that I want to say is you can add these straps to any type of tree stand. It doesn't have to be a Lone Wolf Custom Gear product. Now, the next thing that I want to say is if you are adding it to a Lone Wolf Custom Gear product, obviously, if you've bought a stand, you know that it comes with the Lone Wolf Custom Gear provided backpack straps. These backpack straps are actually super nice. They are comfortable, but the only issue that I was experiencing is directly related to my style of hunting. Now, the way that I hunt, I do carry a backpack. I put all my layers in that bag. I have my camera arm, water, kill kit, and then I load it on the seat shelf on the Lone Wolf Custom Gear 0.5. Now, once I add that backpack, that weight is basically pulling the top of the stand away from my back, and it creates a little bit of lower back pressure. Now, no matter how many times I've tried to adjust the positioning of the Lone Wolf Custom Gear back straps or how tight I've pulled them, I was never actually able to alleviate that lower pressure that I was experiencing, and that's what really ultimately led me down to looking for a different type of carrying system. So I went with the Kifaru setup because I have Kifaru backpacks. I am super happy with how their straps are designed. They're very comfortable, very durable. So like I said, that's why I decided to go this route. Now, as far as like attaching the backpack straps to the stand, you will also need to buy the kit through Backwoods Mobile Gear, which really makes this whole modification possible. So right from the top, what you basically need to order is obviously the Kifaru straps. Now, Kifaru is going to offer these in a long version and then also a short version. You can ignore that. Just order the long, because the long straps are going to provide some additional back padding and just make this a little bit more comfortable, especially on some of those longer hikes. Now, like I said, you also need to order the Backwoods Mobile attachment method. And when you buy that, what you're going to get with that kit is two 1-inch nylon webbings that have amsteel looped on the end. You're going to get 4 1-inch Velcro straps, and then you're also going to get 2 tri-glides, and that's really all that you need to make this installation possible. Now, once you go to install these straps on your tree stand, and this is specific to Lone Wolf Custom Gear products, the edges on these stands are pretty sharp. They're known for it. It's not a secret. Now, on some of their newer products, they are doing a much better job at rounding out these edges, but I would still recommend adding some type of buffer like hockey tape or stealth strip, just to prevent any type of fraying or cutting of these straps. Now, adding tape to some of these smaller areas, I found it just super easy to use a screwdriver, flathead screwdriver, and that just helps kind of pull that tape and get that stuff super tight. Now, to do the installation, obviously just go ahead, remove your existing backpack straps, and then you're just going to want to go ahead and lay the tree stand flat. Now, once you've laid it flat, you can lay your backpack straps on there, and then your first step is going to be positioning these tri-glides. Now, there's a strap that comes already installed on the Kifaru Newplex straps. What you're going to want to do is take those straps, run that tri-glide through there, and then loop them through the second rung on this Lone Wolf Custom Gear tree stand. And then what I did is I just double backed them just to ensure that they weren't going to come loose at any point. Now, once you get these installed, you could cut these straps and get rid of all the excess material, but what I did is I just ran them back up through this 1-inch Velcro strap once it was installed, and then if I need to make any adjustments later down the road, I have plenty of slack to do so. Now, keep in mind, you will have to probably play around with how these are positioned, because realistically you want these straps to roll perfectly over your shoulders without any gaps. That's going to provide you with the most comfort. Now, for me, I'm 5'8", so I basically position position the bottom of this strap about 3.5 inches from the bottom of the tree stand platform, and that has seemed to be the best position for me personally. Now, once you guys figure out where you want the straps positioned, you have those tri-glides installed, then you can start adding the 1-inch Velcro straps. Now the bottom, it doesn't really matter where you put those, but the top, for me at least, to alleviate that lower pain that I was experiencing in my back, you want to position these as high up on the stand that you can without interfering with the grommet holes where the single steps integrate to the stand on. So I ran those as high as I could basically, and like I said, that essentially addressed all the issues that I was experiencing with that lower back pressure. Now, once those are installed, the straps are basically ready to go. The only other thing that you need to do is take those two 1-inch webbings with the amsteel rope and then just girth hitch that and then run it through the connection point on the backpack strap. Now, obviously, just make sure that you're taping that area off so you're not cutting through that amsteel over time. And you can play around with the location of where you want that. Now, for me, I basically positioned it on that first rung of that stand, and that seemed to work best for me and my body type. Now, once you have that all installed, you're basically ready to go. You just need to make a decision on what you want to do with the load lifters that come pre-installed on the Kifaru backpack straps. Now, according to the Backwoods Mobile Gear, you don't need to use those. You can basically get rid of them. But before I made the decision to permanently remove them, I wanted to see if there was any type of added benefit of keeping those on. So with those backpack straps, you will get those load lifters. They will come with clips. Those clips are removable. You just take them off, and what I did is I just put a piece of paracord through there and then just tied that to the top of the stand. Now, I went on 3 different hunts where I tried using the load lifters and then not using them, and I didn't really find any benefit that the load lifters were providing. So at that point, I just went ahead and permanently removed them. Now, when you remove those load lifters, you want to be extremely careful that you're cutting the right threads, because if you mess this up, Backwoods Mobile Gear or Kifaru is not going to send you any replacement straps. So just make sure that you identify the proper connection point for those load lifters, and then what you want to do is just slowly start to cut from the top of that strap. Don't try to lift that strap or cut from the bottom to speed the process up. Just slowly start to work those threads loose with a razor blade or scissors that are designed for sewing, and then eventually that load lifter will pull away from that backpack strap. Now, once you have that off, you can flip that backpack strap around and pull out all that excess threading, and then you're just left with a clean backpack strap. You don't have all that threading hanging out, and then you can permanently remove that load lifter. Now, the only other thing that I want to mention, and this isn't a necessity, you don't have to do this, but you'll be left with a metal clip up at the top, and that clip is designed to adjust those load lifters when you have a Kifaru backpack. Now, being that you've permanently removed those load lifters, they serve no purpose, so I wanted to remove those to avoid any metal on metal contact. So I just took some tin snips and cut those off very carefully, and as you can see, now I just basically, I don't have them on my straps and I don't have to worry about it. Now, once you remove those load lifters, this other piece of 1-inch webbing is just free floating on this backpack strap, but it hasn't created any issues. The backpack straps still tighten the way that they're intended to be. Now, when talking about the cost of this upgrade, the backpack straps through Kifaru, which are offered in Ranger Green, Coyote Brown, and then also a multicam, are going to run you about $95. The kit through Backwoods Mobile Gear is going to run you about another $20. So you got roughly about $120. $130 wrapped up into this modification. But in my opinion, for the issues that I were experiencing, this has been probably by far one of the nicest modifications that I've made to the stand. It's made carrying it way more comfortable when compared to the original straps that were provided. Now, again, that is variable, right? Like if you're someone who's not running a backpack, or you're not carrying in all the extra layers, the camera arm, all that stuff, then running the Lone Wolf Custom Gear straps may be sufficient for you, but if you're looking for a way to add a little bit of additional comfort, this is definitely a carrying system that I would highly recommend. But that's going to be it for this video. I hope you guys found this helpful. If you guys have any questions, you can always leave me a comment below. In the description below, I will put a link to the Kifaru website where you can buy the Duplex straps, and then also a link to Backwoods Mobile Gear where you can buy their Duplex attachment method. But like I said, if you have any questions, you can leave me a comment below. If you guys have not subscribed to the channel, please do so before you bounce off here. Your guys' support greatly helps us out. And then if you have not checked out MichiganAmbushoutdoors.com, please go over there. We do have some merch available. Your guys' purchases of that merch greatly supports this channel, keeps us doing what we're doing. And until next time, stay safe, stay healthy. We'll see you on the next one.